the psychology behind disengagement and how to re-engage with purpose. Are you feeling drained at work, logging in, going through the motions, doing just enough to get by? That heavy internal disengagement where your best energy goes anywhere but your job? You're not alone. The internet called it quiet quitting, but honestly, the name is the least interesting part. What's really happening under the surface, and is this boundary-setting self-care, or a warning light on your dashboard that you can't ignore? Today, we'll unpack the psychology behind quiet quitting and more importantly how to move from silent withdrawal to conscious re-engagement. First, we'll define what quiet quitting is and isn't. Second, we'll separate healthy boundaries from strategic disengagement. Third, we'll dig into the psychological drivers: burnout, low psychological safety, and expectation mismatches. Fourth, we'll zoom out to the systemic shifts reshaping the employee-employer contract. Finally, we'll end with practical playbooks for employees and leaders to rebuild meaning, energy, and trust. Quiet quitting doesn't mean quitting your job. It's not laziness, and it's not about being unproductive. It's a conscious refusal to make work the center of your life. It's doing what you're paid to do well, within your contracted hours and logging off. No unpaid overtime, no always on, no volunteering for every extra task. The term spread because it named a feeling millions already had, especially after the pandemic blurred home and office and forced a hard look at what matters. Critics called it a drop in work ethic. In reality, it's a symptom of widespread disengagement. To understand it, we have to ask, why are so many people pulling back? On the surface, quiet quitting looks like boundaries, and sometimes it really is. Healthy boundaries say, I'll give full focus, creativity, and effort during work hours, and then I'll truly rest so I can return strong. That's what sustainable performance looks like. But strategic disengagement, well, that sounds a bit different. Extra effort won't be recognized or rewarded, and it costs too much, so I'll do the minimum to meet expectations. The first approach protects your energy for your work. The second, though, protects your energy from your work. One refuels engagement, the other kind of masks a deeper leak. In the short term, doing less might lower your stress. But in the long run, it can stall your growth, shrink your learning, and lock you into a job you've emotionally left, its own kind of burnout. Quiet quitting is rarely just some random choice. It's actually a pretty predictable response to certain conditions. Burnout and exhaustion. When your physical and emotional reserves are depleted, the system just starts to conserve. Cynicism rises, efficacy drops, and the brain withdraws discretionary effort as a survival reflex. Low psychological safety is another big one. If speaking up risks shame or punishment, silence feels a lot safer than taking initiative. When ideas are shut down, mistakes are weaponized, or leaders micromanage, people just stop offering their best because, well, it's not safe to. Then there's expectation mismatch, when your personal values like autonomy, meaning, and balance collide with cultural demands for constant availability, rigid conformity, or profit above all, alienation follows. If you can't link your why to the company's what, you retreat to the contract and disengage from the mission. Zooming out, the social contract at work has really shifted. Decades ago, mutual loyalty, long tenures, pensions, stability was the norm. Today, gig mindsets, frequent restructurings, and short-term metrics are constantly reshaping expectations. If organizations treat commitment as disposable, employees reciprocate. I'll give what's contracted, nothing more. Add in economic pressure, rising costs, wages that just don't keep pace, and the work hard, be rewarded story starts to fray. Leadership and culture sit right at the center. Micromanagement, poor recognition, unclear purpose, and unrealistic loads all cultivate disengagement. In short, organizations often get the engagement their systems actually earn. Quiet quitting is a signal. What you do next determines whether it becomes a turning point or a trap. For employees, try job crafting. Proactively shape your role toward your strengths and values. Ask for projects that energize you, trade or streamline tasks that drain you, and clarify outcomes that matter. Set explicit shared boundaries instead of silent withdrawal. Align on priorities, response times, and off hours. Build a path upskill, network, and explore internal moves. If the values gap is just too wide, plan an exit you're proud of. Don't just fade out. For leaders and employers, create psychological safety. Invite ideas, normalize learning from mistakes, and respond to candor with curiosity, not punishment. Recognize specifically and regularly. Catch people doing high-value behaviors. Connect tasks to purpose. Show how individual work moves the mission. Right-size workloads and respect time off. Offer fair pay, growth paths, and autonomy. Ask, what does great look like here? Then remove the blockers to doing it insane hours. So, each week ask yourself, what energized me, what drained me, and what one tweak will I test next week? If you need to set boundaries, try saying, to deliver X at the quality we want, I'll need to delay Y or get support. Which should we prioritize? Then, map your meaning. List your top 3 values, and for each, identify one way to express it at work this month. And don't forget a learning micro goal. Spend 30 minutes a week on a skill that grows your options, whether that's inside or outside your current team. Every quarter, ask your team, what should we start, stop, and continue to make great work easier? Keep a recognition rhythm. Give one specific behavior-based recognition per person each week. For every role, do a clarity pass. Articulate the top 3 outcomes that matter most and what good actually looks like. And, set recharge norms, block meeting-free focus time, protect true off hours, and make sure you model it yourself. One common pitfall is mistaking silence for consent. Disengagement often looks calm, so always ask, don't assume. Another is performative wellness without workload change. Yoga just won't fix a 150% load. You really need to fix the system first. Watch out for boundary shaming too. Punishing people for sane limits only guarantees quiet quitting. Instead, reward sustainability. And don't wait for perfect alignment. You can craft a better fit right now, even while you plan a bigger move. Quiet quitting isn't the disease. It's the symptom, and honestly it's the signal. It points to burned out systems, thin trust, and a frayed sense of purpose. But signals are invitations. Set real boundaries that protect your best hours, and spend those hours on meaningful work. Leaders, build conditions where going above and beyond isn't unpaid heroics. It's unnecessary because the system is humane and clear. The goal isn't to squeeze more out of people. It's to unlock energy by aligning work with safety, fairness, and purpose. That's not quiet quitting, that's conscious re-engagement. And well, it's how everyone wins.